house, nah, hung up the phone. Then the next day, this is when it was fucked. I was lying on my back. If I turned onto my side, I'd start going, I started getting tics.
Really?
You know, yeah. So, like Tourette's. I had Tourette's for like 7, I think they're called tics. I just kept on going, when I couldn't. And then I'd have to lie down back on my back. So if I turned onto my side, I'd start getting them. So I couldn't do anything. The only way I could breathe was lying on my back.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so then I was like, fuck that, I'm ringing the
Yeah.
ambulance man, I'm sorry. But anyway,
Blacklisted you. You're blacklisted.
But I have to say, I rang 999. She stayed on the phone with me, and there was someone in my bedroom in 4 minutes.
Fucking hell.
Fucking amazing.
Yeah.
So, we're clapping for it.
All right. Welcome to another episode of Paul Mort Talks Shit. Today, we are talking shit with Mr. Paul Olima.
How are you getting on?
Mate, I am excited for this conversation.
Hey, you know what? You actually do talk shit.
I do. I do.
You've been chatting shit since I came in.
Mate, I'll have you here until tomorrow morning.
I'm good for that.
I booked the studio for 3 days. So me and Paul have actually known each other a couple of years, but we've never sat down and had like a long conversation.
We haven't.
We just kind of, it's always like a rushed conversation or over music or that time in Portugal where you had no voice.
Yeah. And I was like, look, how do you do emails? And you were like, leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah. I just got there. So mate, I've got a bunch of questions and I'm kind of looking forward to kind of getting to know you.
Oh,
you know what I mean? So I'm really looking forward to it. The first question I've got for you is the question that I spoke about before. And I don't know whether it's a question from me or from your mum.
Go on.
What do you do for a job?
Jesus Christ. I call myself a professional fluffer. Yeah, I do quite a few things. I do sports choreography, which is adverts on TV. Mm-hmm. So, like, let's say the British Lions tour, I might be asked to make sure it's like a movement choreographer. So, movement to make sure everything looks real.
Is that the one with the Amazon boxes?
Yeah. I've done that with Amazon. I've done it with Puma, Nike. Loads of companies would just get me in just to make sure it looks real. It's weird.
and this is it. I think it's really fucking cool. How did that actually happen though?
Yeah. So,
like, how did that come around?
So there's a company I was used to be with, Sports on Screen, and I was a body double for them. So first off, I was a body double for Mario Ballotelli, and then I was Yaya Toure, Usain Bolt, and then Anthony Joshua.
Yeah.
And then when it got to Anthony Joshua, I was like, okay, I'm too old for this now. I think it's a younger man's game. You stand in and stuff like that. But there's always a movement coordinator, a choreographer on set.
Yeah.
And because I grew up through it all and I was doing sports modelling with them and I was really good at talking to people and people always wanted to use me again, then the company that I was with, Sports on Screen, said, somebody wants you to book you as a choreographer. So then I started doing their job, which is so much better. Because you don't...
That's mad, isn't it?
Yeah. So, and then you just make sure everything looks real.
How often do you put yourself in the scenes?
No,
you never do it?
No. Because when you're a choreographer, you
have to be able to see it.
You stand beside the director, and then the director tells you what to do. And what it is let's say you have Ronaldo. Every time Ronaldo does an advert, Andy Ansa does it. One of my gaffer does it with him.
Andy Ansa?
Yeah.
He's the one that was on Dream Team, right?
Yeah.
Dude, that's mad.
He's the owner of the company.
Is he?
Yeah, he's the one that started us.
Because he played for Southend or something, right?
Yeah.
Played for Southend, and then he was the only actual footballer in Dream Team.
Yeah.
He didn't really say anything.
Yeah, I know, because he was doing the movement choreography.
Oh, Jesus.
That's where it started.
Really?
So he started off with Dream Team doing that movement, and then he was like, look, Jesus, I can make a company out of it, and that's where he made the company. And then I was one of his players coming through, and and here we are. But yeah, so what it is directors, if he's with Ronaldo, the director can't go, he'll go, Ronaldo, can you do this kick? But because I used to play sports and then we'd say to Ronaldo, we go, okay, so in this scene we're going to get you to flip-flap this way and swirl the ball in back post. You know, he'll take it from us.
He understands the language.
Yeah, but he won't take it from a director. That's the way it is. Yeah.
So you've seen you've had Ronaldo on?
They haven't given me Ronaldo. Andy makes sure he does the he doesn't want anyone near him. No, I get most of like the Puma lads, and I've had Aguero and Royce, and you know what I mean, stuff.
That
like that
is fucking
pretty cool.
Man.
And then I post stupid shit on Instagram. I go out in my back garden and film weird videos, and that's my job as well.
Yeah, and put beards on and wigs on and bikinis on.
Mate, I'll put a bikini on, no problem.
Yeah, dude, when did you start doing that whole mad Instagram thing then?
I'd say around 3 years ago. Instagram was boring for me. It was just, you know, take your top off, lift heavy stuff. People go, you're a beast. Ego driven, and I hated it, but it was helping me get sponsorships because I used to be sponsored by Maxi Muscle, which is, you know what I mean, because it was big. But then I started posting in between, like maybe around 6 years ago, I posted like a funny video. Yeah. But then around 3 years ago, I was like, you know what? I don't like posting videos of me lifting heavy stuff so people can go, oh, you know what I mean, beast, it's boring. So I said, you know what, I'm just going to do what I love, which is posting weird videos, and I just started doing that, and Instagram just started working for me. And then my manager came in and said, you can monetize this. So I was like, what do you mean? He goes, like, you can do ads where you just do your stupid shit. So, and now it's like a job. It's probably my main earner. Yeah. So it's pretty cool.
That's mad, isn't it? Yeah. So have you always been then? Because that's all about creativity.
Yeah. So everything just.
And have you always been creative your entire life, or?
Yeah, I've always thought outside the box, if you could say. I've always been a bit weird in that way, but. I think when you live in Ireland and all, people don't let you. Not where I'm from. Do the lads go here would take that. Like, I think the first few times I put on a wig and all, the messages I was getting off me mates. Like, what are you doing and all? And then, but now they're laughing. I'm like, do you remember 3 or 4 years ago? Yeah. When I first put on a wig, what you said to me? Yeah. But now I think they see it. But it's about breaking out of them, isn't it? Really, I feel like you have people that hold you back from doing what you want to do in life. But as soon as you break out of them, and you'll
get the odd person that tries to pull you back down.
Yeah, but I don't even have it.
So one thing I did want to talk to you about today is and I kind of ask everyone about this, because often a request I'll get is, Paul, can you get some normal people on? I'm like, what do you mean by normal people? I am interviewing normal people. Yeah. They're a bit further down the track than some people. But one thing that I always ask everyone that's on.
Paul, I'm a god, Black Zeus.
You are Black Zeus. But
it's all right, you know what I mean? For this, I'll be normal, okay? Demigod, but
You are Black Zeus. I mean, you're the slowest Batman I've ever seen. Dude, I watched those Olympic things,
Stop. I lost to 2 Olympians. I came third to 2 Olympians.
There was only 3 people in the race, but he came third. Sorry, 3 people plus Darren.
And Darren.
I love it, mate. So one thing I always ask is, like, how do you deal with? Because listen, anything where you start to grow online on social media, you're going to get your fair share of people.
That's day stuff to me.
Yeah.
I think I'm really aggressive. So my whole life, I grew up in Dublin, black fella. Only black fella that I've seen until I was 15. So I've been out. Confrontations. I love them. Like, do you know what I mean? So online, I used to be really, really angry and aggressive. So if somebody said something to me, I'd be like, all right, I'll fight you. And then I'd start.
Gives me address.
Yeah, I would. I'd send them where I live. I says, here, you see them. I says, I live 2 minutes away from there. I used to be really aggressive, and I used to like find where people are. And one time I went to Bournemouth to fight someone. You know, so I'm really, because I had to get like a bit of racial, you know what I mean? Yeah, you get a bit of that as well. I don't, because I've been kind of throughout my whole life.
Yeah, this is one thing I want to look at. This is definitely one thing I'd love to hear your take on. I'm really interested to hear about it.
Yeah, but so I'm used to kind of fighting like people all the time. Yeah. From that, so like, but then it got to a stage, I think maybe like when I got to like 250 off. I hate talking. When I got to around 250k, I think my manager was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "You know, you don't need to reply to it." And then James Smith, he put up something saying, "If you pick up a rock," it was something about picking up a rock, and it holds you back. And I was just thinking about it, and I was like, and then I'd get like the odd DM or whatever, and instead of getting angry about it, I just leave it. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't reply. I think my thing was, if somebody said, I'd reply, and I'd be, and your whole day gets taken away from you. So nowadays I don't even reply. I just leave it there, and you know what I mean? I'm trying to win here. If you want to,
mate, you know what? I don't even think I'd send you. I mean, it's not my thing, but The problem is, if I sent you an abusive message, you'd probably make a video out of it. Like, I do that with email. I'm like, if you're going to send me a nasty email, I'm definitely going to write another email about you.
Yeah.
Like, that's fun, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So let's go back to the thing that you mentioned, because I'd love to. I've always been fascinated by this, because I've never experienced. I remember when the whole Black Lives Matters things happened. I've never experienced. Where we're from, I've never experienced anything like that. There were no black kids in my school.
Yeah.
None at all, right the way through junior school, comprehensive school. And I remember you made a post about it, and I was like, actually, yours was one of the ones I paid attention to. So what was that? First of all, how did your family end up in fucking Dublin?
Yeah, so in 1970, I think it was 72, there's Ireland is very Catholic. My family is Catholic in Nigeria.
Yeah.
And you know when white people go to Africa to help? Cheers for that, Anyway,
someone came over to build schools and that.
Well, so yous went over to my dad's village in Nigeria. So So a Catholic convent in Ireland, it's a school called Blackrock College, which is probably the best secondary level school in Ireland.
Yeah.
They came over to Nigeria where my dad was.
I've been to Blackrock before.
Yeah,
that's
mad.
Yeah,
beautiful place.
Yeah.
Anyway, they came over to Nigeria, and they were seeing my dad. My dad was doing, like, he was a ex-sprinter for Nigeria. You know what I mean? Yeah, and he was a doctor. He was studying to be a doctor, and they're like, this geezer's all right.
Yeah.
Let's get him over. I don't know how or why, but and anyway, so they sent for my dad to come over, so he moved over, and he had to go to, because he was a doctor in Nigeria, he still had to get qualifications in Ireland.
Yes.
So he had to go to Glasgow to just get this qualification. Took him a year. So my mum, poor mum, and my eldest brother moved to Ireland in like 1975. Waiting for my dad to get back from Glasgow and so they were there ever since. But the thing about it is, this beautiful school that we were all going to get scholarships to, every kid that went through probably all going to get scholarship to, was in the beautiful part of Dublin, but we didn't have that Dublin money.
Oh shit, really?
So we moved to Dublin 15 with the Blanchardstown area, Clonsilla. And it's anyway, so we lived there, and we had to travel like an hour and a half to school, but that was only secondary level.
Yeah.
But so that's they were all over there and just started having all of us.
Yeah. And what was that like for you then, growing up as the?
Yeah, it's the only.
Was it just you? How many brothers you got?
I have 6 brothers. Six including myself.
Jeez.
There's 6 boys.
Yeah. So you were the only black kid in your school, or?
So I had 2 older brothers that were 2 years ahead of me every time. Yeah. But yeah, it was kind of it was an eye-opening experience. But what I did was I was I think, what was I, around 5 or 6. Yeah. And I used to make people laugh in class. So instead of them looking at me like, here's a black kid, I done like Osquelga, and I'd be like, Irish. And I'd be like, okay, so am I meant to do this? You know what I mean? Because I'm not.
Oh, okay.
Stuff
so
like
you'd
that.
kind of be very self-depreciating. You'd
just, you know, like, and I always think to myself, what's going on here? But then I'd have people laughing because I was a bit of a clown, you know, because I wanted to make people laugh.
Yes.
So instead of people not wanting to be around me, I realised that if I kept on being a clown, everybody'd want to be around me. Yeah. And then when I think I was like 6, and somebody called me nigger, and I hate even saying the word. Yeah, it annoys me. I hate when Americans say it like it's nothing as well.
They do, don't they?
All these.
It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, they say it like it's nothing. Yeah, that word. And anyway, it just does me. Anyway, so that's the first time I was called it, and I remember I didn't do anything to the kid, but my dad said, if anybody ever says that to you, you've got a free rein to fight. So next day I went into school and I punched that kid up. I remember I gave him a good beating in front of the school. Yeah. And when I got in trouble, I told the teachers what he called me, and I got away with it. Yeah. I was like, so that means I can do what you want. I can put fear into these Yeah. So then I just started beating up everywhere. Yeah. So my whole way, I just realised there's 2 things I can do. I can be really aggressive. Yeah. And try and put the fear of God into people. Yeah. As a kid, 7 years old. Yeah. Fear of God. Yeah. I put the fear of God into the people in my classroom, or I can be funny and they'll leave me alone. So then my whole life growing up.
Did it ever get you in any trouble though?
Oh yeah, I was bleeding awful. Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, I was terrible kid. yeah, terrible. I've probably, I don't know, I'd say I've close to like 300, 400 street fights.
Really?
Like that. Yeah, just every week I'd have to fight somebody or prove who I am.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or if I go to a new group of people, I had to, like, when I'm with my mates, so my mates started hanging around with me and we were all fighting other groups. That's kind of in Dublin, you're either good at sports or you're good at fighting. That's the way it is as a Dublin boy in North Dublin. So when we would go to different places, let's say the boys would go, let's walk to Lucan, which is only around the corner. Right. No Lucan people would know me. Yeah. So the first thing you see them all looking at me like, oh, who's this black? You know what I mean? So I'd have to be aggressive off the cuff. Yes. What are you looking at? You know, try and start a fight with them to earn some respect so they don't annoy me. So that's what
and it made you feel more comfortable as well.
Yeah, so as soon as I fought somebody or they seen that I wasn't, you know, me and a dickhead, I had to prove myself. Like, it was like, oh, Paul, you're in this new area. These people are looking at you like you're different. Yeah. Show them that you're not. Do you know what I mean? And it was okay for me because I don't know if it was okay for me. Do you know, it's a weird thing. I don't know how I feel about it.
You didn't know what else to do, right?
Yeah, I just didn't know. I just knew
you were at the time, I think, with things like that, you've got to think, well, I was doing my best with what I knew. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? With the tools that I had at the time. What was the worst trouble you ever got into? You personally?
I can't say.
Can you not?
Yeah, if it comes up again, I'll be done. So that's it. Yeah, but like, growing up and all, so in my area, it was weird because I went to probably the best secondary school. Well, I lasted 6 months in the best secondary school in Ireland, but then I got another to another great school. Yeah, and like, there was loads of shootings going on in my area, and I remember one time, like, I'd be sitting and I remember one time me and the lads had to, like, hit the floor and we're crawling upstairs because there was loads of shootings around my area, and the lads outside wanted to kill my best mate. He's gone now, but they wanted him and stuff like that. And, you know, like, I'm doing that on Saturday, and then on Monday I'm back in school with all the richest kids in school. Yeah. So it was a bit of like it was a bit of a weird one, but So there was, as just growing up and all, it's just fighting, you know. I just having to prove myself all the time.
Do you think all of that shit that you went through and all of that has stood you in
good stead?
Yeah,
massively. Confrontations wise, I feel wonderful. I kind of, I don't know. I missed them a little bit. Yeah. So because I have 2 kids now, I try my best not to
stay.
Yeah, you know.
Do you know what you need? This is this great sport, right? It's called Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah, mate. I've done it.
I've seen the videos. Yeah. When are you starting? Is the question I have.
Yeah, mate. That's what I mean. But yeah, Jiu-Jitsu is wonderful.
When did you start this whole? Because I want to talk about your sports career and that as well. Like, when did you start realizing you were fucking good at sports?
Yeah, so when I was around 10, I was like scoring 7 goals a week. It's in Dublin though, isn't it?
So it was football your first thing?
Football. But then, so when I was 14, I started playing rugby. Yeah. So with football, I was playing and I was scoring like 7 goals a week. Then I signed for a team called Shamrock Rovers, who are like top in Ireland. And then I was playing for their like youths and their academy and stuff like that. Yeah. And so I always knew I was better than me mates, like you know what I mean. And then I got offered loads of football trials then, but because in Ireland then I was thought I was like a rough man, and I had a card, and you know what I mean. I was like, I'm not going anywhere. Yeah. So then I just I was like, no, I'm gonna stay. But then when the shootings were happening, when I was around 19, I was like, I'm out here. Yeah. And that's when I left. I had a trial for West Ham. Yeah. And then I left Ireland to come to try and make a better life for myself. When you were 19? Yeah, when I was 19. Jeez, I didn't
know it was that long ago.
2005.
I mean, I'm not saying you're older.
2005,
You just came on your own?
Yeah, so 2 of my brothers lived in London. So,
okay.
Yeah. So I think my ma was like, my ma knew about troubles in the Blanche area. Yeah. So she's like, you need to just leave. Yeah. Because the paper came up and she knew. She was like, that's your friend. He was in our house last week. Really? Get your ass out. Get your ass out of here. So then I thought, but then in school with rugby, I was playing for our school's rugby team, and I was fairly it's just athleticism.
If you had to choose one thing, which one would it be? Football or rugby?
Do you know what? It'd be rugby. I think rugby. When I went back to playing rugby after football, it turned me into a better person.
Did it?
Yeah, the values in rugby are so much better than football. Football, you're an asshole, and you can be an asshole. It's about rugby, it's like you're a team, you know what I mean? And you go out as a team.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Well, you see it in the referees, like
yeah, the way you treat them.
You hear rugby players calling them referees like sir, and then footballers are calling them all sorts of shit.
My first game of rugby. Now this is it. My first game of rugby. After playing football for 13 years over here, I was like, ref, what are you doing, ref? And my own teammates grabbed me and went, his name's not ref, it's sir.
No way.
My own teammates, and they were like, you're getting penalties against us because you're being allowed. This isn't football. They were like proper at me, my own teammates. But I learned they're right. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now when I think I played a Sunday league game with Bradley Simmons there the other, Bradley was, oh, fuck off, ref. And and I was there, lads. And I was thinking, oh my God, this is a disgrace. That's all I was thinking. I was like, the poor ref.
Mad,
it is. Football is just, there's no values, there's no respect. And as well, I always do think this. In football, if somebody's having a bad game, I remember it, you don't pass them the ball. You tell him he's shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let's say you give me 3 bad passes. I'd be like, man, you're shit. Like, you'll say you're shit. Or I'd look at you with disgust. In rugby, you pull them off the ground.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If somebody's having you need him.
Yeah.
So you'll be like slapping him in the face and saying, come on, let's go. And it's just such a difference. It's such a difference.
Jeez, that's mad.
Hey, I'm telling you, and then team morale, team change rooms. When you're with rugby, everybody has to stay together after the game, have a beer together. Yeah. Everybody. Nobody's allowed to go home. Yeah. In football, people just like, oh, see you later. You know what I mean? It's just not. It's not a team. People are like, oh, it's a team. Football is kind of not. It could be an individual game. Yeah. You wouldn't have to speak to your teammates. You could just go in, do your job, go home. Yeah. And as I say, like I know quite a few footballers, and some of them go to train at 10:30, finish at 12 o'clock, and go back to their hotels. They live in hotels. Yeah. And then they play their match, and people think, oh, their life is great. It's not great. It's terrible. So some of them are.
There's a lot of travel.
Oh my God! And you're just on your own, and I'm good for that.
Yeah. So 19 in London.
Yeah.
Kind of on your own. What was
that like?
The deal then? Like,
yeah. It was.
Did you go for a lot of trials when you came over?
Yeah. No. So I went West Ham first. I realised I was shit.
Really?
No, I just realised that I wasn't as great as I thought I was.
Because in Ireland you're a big fish.
Because I thought, in Ireland I'm like, just kick it and run.
Yeah.
These boys are like, their first touch is taking them in the movement.
And they don't even have to run.
Direction. Yeah, they're not even looking at the ball. You know what I mean? And I was like, okay, so I'm not Championship, Premiership level right now. But then I went to Scunthorpe United, which was League 1 at the stage. Yeah. And I smashed it. We had a manager, Brian Laws. Yeah. And Russell Wilcox was the assistant.
Brian Laws played for Nottingham Forest.
Yeah. So he was the gaffer there.
He was a good manager, I'm sure he had a couple of big jobs.
He went to Sheffield Wednesday after
That's where he went to,
after Scunthorpe. Yeah. But I remember, so I was there and I was smashing it. So I'm telling you, I was like 4 weeks in. I was like, this is easy. Yeah. I says, I'm signing here. Yeah. Give me 3-year deal kind of thing. And then we played against Sheffield United, and after around half an hour, my arse, my heart dropped down, because match fitness is totally different.
What was your position, by the way?
Striker,
really?
Man, fucking Emil Heskey. The non-league Heskey, let me tell you.
The man.
Bullying everyone. But because of the fitness, and match fitness is so much different to like running fitness or training fitness. Yeah. And I just was not match fit. So then after there, I went to Bristol Rovers. Yeah. Bristol Rovers were a nightmare. They said they were going to get me fit, so I was playing for a team called Taunton Town. Right. Left Taunton Town.
So that was like a loan thing.
Yeah. Then Bristol Rovers didn't happen. So then I'm realising to myself, I'm pretty shit at this. Yeah. And then Dagenham and Redbridge asked me to go there, so I ended up playing for Dagenham and Redbridge reserves, Barnett's reserve.
Were you kind of driving around all over the place as well?
So I was there. I was all over England the first 3 years, trying my best to be a footballer. Yeah. And then I just said to myself, I'm going to get me coaching badges and just be a coach.
Oh shit, man! I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I have a UEFA B coaching badge.
Really?
Yeah. So the worst thing is sometimes I'm online, right, and like I'll write something under football. Yeah. Somebody comment, "Shut up, you bodybuilder! You don't know anything about football."
Really?
And I'm like,
shit.
Don't pick up the rock.
This was.
I'll be like,
I'll come and show you. I'll come to your house and I'll show you my license.
You ain't gonna be, motherfucker. Where do you live?
Mate, that's mad. See, did you ever be?
Yeah.
Did you do anything with that? Or
no. So then I started doing personal training. So so then I didn't make it as a professional the way I wanted to. But basically, I was playing for Dagenham and Redbridge, and the semi-professional team said to me, "We'll pay you what they're paying you for 2 days training and a match a week." I'm like, "Fucking no bother. Fuck this professional life." So I decided I would just pack up the trying me best and just do other things. And then I started doing personal training, strength and conditioning courses and stuff like that. And I loved the body. I didn't like PT. I hate personal training, to be honest. I hated it. But I loved learning about the body and stuff because this is what I do in my life. So that was pretty cool. From there, then after I was playing semi-pro for like 4 years. I was like, I think somebody said I was like Nick Faldo. I had more clubs than Nick Faldo. Anywhere I could get a signing on for you, I'd be like, all right, see you later.
I'm surprised you didn't play for Sunderland. Everyone else has. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, mate.
It's mad.
Mad, yeah. So then from there, I think I was like, you know what, I'm packing in football. Yeah. I'm personal training. I'm doing sports modelling on the side. I'm doing body doubling. The money I was getting for that.
Really?
I don't need to work.
Really?
I don't need to be a personal trainer. I don't need to be here.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez, that's mad.
Because Mario Ballotelli, they'd fly me to Milan and he'd do a 3-day shoot and I'm waiting for 3 days. And
legit, like, what are you actually doing though?
So basically, what a body double does is they stand in. So let's say, put it this way, Usain Bolt, they'll have him for 10 minutes or 20 minutes. They'll have me for 3 days. So they need to get the lighting, check what pictures would look right on Usain. And when Usain comes, they go, fuck off, Paul.
No way.
And Usain go in and do the exact same poses. So you'll see loads of these poses of Usain and Puma. Yeah. And then I'll have the exact same picture. You know what I mean? But what they do is they just get me out and they put Usain in. With Ballotelli, they would, sometimes because we were exact same weight and height, sometimes if he didn't do something that they wanted because they only had they just put his head on my body. So you'd see in a few adverts, you'd see my body, but everybody
Can you recognise it?
Yeah.
Can you?
I've posted them a few on Instagram.
Really? Have you?
Saying, Mario, how are you getting all the credit?
That's my body.
I say it all the time, like, you prick. Have you got all the credit? No.
That's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, it's mad. It's
Jeez.
Pretty special.
So, mate, another thing I wanted to ask you today, right? You might get asked this quite a lot, I don't know. Are you always this positive, happy, energized?
Wonderful. It's a wonderful way to be.
Yeah.
I think, especially with my kids, I like being on my own. So this is, you probably find, I love being on my own. I love my own space. Yeah. And I probably enjoy my own company more. Like, I'll be laughing on my own. And basically what it is like, let's say Instagram. Like, so if half my day's on that, like, I only follow things that'll make me laugh.
Yes.
Like, so some people follow down it. I don't. I get rid of. So I kind of structure my life that everything around it is happiness. So
you're putting yourself in the right environment.
I'm in a happy bubble where I just create shit and be happy. Yeah. And then any outside forces, I'm like, nah, I don't. There's no point. Yeah. So I think life can be fun if you really want it to be. Yeah. And mine is. I like doing.
Do you know what, mate? I was using this analogy the other day. Actually, it's kind of like if you're setting up your environment to win. Yeah. It's kind of like, and I think, in fact, I know for this to be a fact, your mind's like your body. It'll adapt to the environment that you put it in.
Yes, man.
So if you keep putting your body in a fucking pizza shop, you're gonna get fat.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? No,
and that's what people's social media feeds are like. Yeah. That's what the TV's like. They're watching all this shit that's negative.
That's just negative.
Mate, I've even had to stop watching Sky Sports News.
Bro, I'm not.
Are you done that as well?
With you, yeah.
It's fucking hell.
I watch the only negative thing that happens in my life right now is Liverpool. So when I'm watching them, they're breaking me heart. Do you know what I mean?
Hey, don't talk to me about football. Come on. Yeah. Come on. Okay. I've just renewed my season ticket for fucking League One. Come on. I'm watching fucking. I've gone from watching
the days
Premier.
Of Niall Quinn and Phillips, you know what I mean?
Even a few years ago, you in the Premier League playing Man United and Liverpool and that. Now you're playing Accrington and Stanley. The weekend, they drew 3-3 with Accrington and Stanley.
Oh, my days.
Isn't that mad? Imagine that.
Wimbledon, who are they? Exactly.
Mate, here's one for you. So my son, right? I've done that thing where I've pushed my son too hard to love football. Yeah. Now he hates it. Cool. So I thought, right, I'm going to take him to... he's been to a few home games. wasn't interested, so I took him to an away game. I thought, I'll take him to an away game. The atmosphere, come on, fucking great atmosphere. I took him there. I took him to Accrington. He said, we walked in, he went, Dad, where's the seats?
Oh my God. So you had to stand?
He was like, Dad, where's the roof? There's no roof. It's just a fucking old school stand. So I think we've lost. I've lost him to Minecraft. I've lost him to Minecraft.
Your son's going to take up ballet now.
Well, mate, do you know how remember we're in Barcelona for IFS?
Yeah.
Well, we're staying in a hotel. The whole family's there. We're next to the new camp, right?
Yeah.
I said to my son, do you want to go and see Messi play? He said, do they have Wi-Fi?
Oh, my days.
Mate, honestly,
It's gone, mate.
It's gone.
Just let him live.
It's gone. So I've lost him to Minecraft, Fortnite. He's doing a bit of boxing.
Okay.
Yeah, but let's talk about being a dad then.
Here.
What's the hardest part? I know you love being a dad, right?
Yeah.
What do you find to be the biggest challenge with raising kids? Apart from their mums.
Yeah. Leave that part.
It was me that said it.
Yeah, I know, yeah. No, I think the getting up at night at the start was, but then I get used to it. I don't right now. I kind of enjoy every part of it. Like I was saying to people, I could be a stay-home dad and pretty enjoy it. Like it's tiring, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's tiring, but I kind of embrace it.
And you're kind of not sure whether you're doing it right. You're like, am I doing this right?
Do you know what? I don't never get that. I think
it's
brilliant. I think I'm probably the best dad in the world. Yeah. And I tell the mums that as well. I'm like, you know what? I'm brilliant. Yeah. Do you know what it is? I think it's me new, but maybe not me first. I wasn't the greatest there, you know.
Yeah.
I was young, but with me newest now, I'm on it. Like, just like everything that happens, and like, you know what I mean. I feel
you learn from that first one.
Yeah, I'm steps ahead. Yeah. I'm like 3 steps ahead. If she needs something, it's already there. Do you know what I mean? I kind of want to be like super. You know what I mean? For when I have her, if she needs something, it's there. So that's kind of where I'm going with her. So I don't maybe. And then I feel now like my life is their life, so it's a weird one. It's weird, like everything's around them. Yeah. So yeah.
What do you do? I get asked this question all the time, and I'm like, I don't. But what do you do to kind of? What's Paul Olima like off Instagram and social? Like,
double weird, pal. There you go.
I wasn't expecting that answer. Really, double weird?
No, I just like. Energy. I feel like what you give out, you get back.
Well, I feel like you are no different in person.
Yeah.
Because you always meet them people, don't
you?
They're fucking like a lion on the internet. And then they're a mouse.
Real life, no, exactly the same. I'd be if you see me wearing a wig like there, like I'll fucking.
I can usually hear you before I see you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no.
Do you ever get any shit? Do you ever get any shit for being too positive or not? Do you ever get that shit?
I don't know, because if I ever, do you know, I think on my Instagram I've built up, I do this purge thing where I get rid of snowflakes from Instagram because I fucking.
How do you do that?
I do this. You know the Purge, the film.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I did was I edited the little video where it's like the Omega Army is doing a purge.
Yeah.
So if you get offended easily or you're a snowflake, fuck off me profile.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I've been posting them now since I've had it.
Yeah.
So I know like I could probably have a bigger following and have to be a real nice person.
Yes.
But I like being myself.
Yeah.
And I think because like, let's put it this way, Instagram, how it even started for me was because I had something called Pigeon Wars. So I got 50,000 followers from throwing water balloons at pigeons. Yeah.
Hang on a second.
Yeah. So Bradley Simmons, I started off 4,000 followers I was on. Bradley
really knew you've known Bradley that long?
Yeah, Bradley started me on Instagram.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He was like, Paul, if you take off your...
So how did you know him through playing football?
No, from being a body double. He was a part of Sports on Screen as well.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Who was he body double?
He was Aaron Ramsey. Pima used to get him in to be the main model, like foot model and stuff like that. Yeah. Get him all this.
Oh, man, I'm getting him.
Yeah. He was Aaron Ramsey's body double. So I used to get flown to Milan. He'd get flown to Milan as well.
Shit.
Yeah, so there was one time. So that was actually where it started.
Yeah.
I met him and we done a advert. So I was doing like sports modeling and he's smashing it, like pretty lad.
Yeah.
Anyway, right. And we done a body double one in Milan, and on our break, he's like, Paul, this is what I'm doing on Instagram. Yeah. He's like, look at me and you take off our tops, yeah? You've got a six-pack. And he goes, let's make a little video. And I'm like, you know, like an exercise video. And he was, do you know the way people are doing like exercise videos, taking their tops off?
Yes.
Bradley was the first person that I ever seen do it.
Really?
He started that shit. I'm not even messing. Nobody was doing that before him. No, 4 years or 5 years ago, could you imagine setting up a camera and filming yourself lifting weights in the gym? Nobody did it. Bradley was the first person I knew to do it, and everybody was like looking at him like he was a weirdo. Now everybody does it.
Yeah.
I'm not even messing. It's like he started this thing.
Really?
Yeah. So anyway, I was at 4,000. He's like, look, we're going to film. And I was always like, no, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
But then, like, because of him, I probably got up to around 20,000.
Yeah.
Now, he was doing it with, like, loads of other girls. And those girls now are on, like, 2 million followers.
Well, mate, what's mad? So I was telling you we've got Courtney on, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't even know they knew each other. And then this morning they did a live workout together.
Oh, did they as well? Yeah.
I didn't even know they knew each other. I was like, what the fuck?
It's such a small little...
It is.
It's like a little niche.
It is,
You break into it. But
yeah.
And anyway, so Bradley got me up to 20,000 followers, all male.
Yeah.
Because the girls weren't really feeling black suits. Anyway, right.
Oh, mate, I'm sorry. I'm just going to have to write. I have to ask you about Take Me Out later.
Oh, Jesus.
Let's keep that one for later. Yeah. Look, he's already thinking about things.
Oh, yeah, shit. No, all right. But then after that, pigeons. There was pigeons shitting on my car. And I was like, I didn't want to be that, oh, hi guys, Instagram thing. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to be who I am. You know?
Yeah.
So the pigeons were shitting on my car, and I used to get water balloons, throw them at the pigeons. And it just, loads of lads started going, hashtag pigeon wars, and they'd be on me. And I just went from around 20 to 70,000.
And was that a massive thing for you? Because you knew you didn't have to post
I didn't have to be
all the fitness stuff anymore.
I could be myself.
Yeah.
And then I could be a bit of a... So then, now, if somebody is a bit of a snowflake on my profile, and somebody comments that, you want to see the barrage people will go for that. So people will be deleting. If any snowflake came on and wrote something, they'd delete their comment. Yeah. And it won't be even because I've built a fucking buzzers. Everyone on my profile is a buzzer. Do you know what I mean? They don't take shit. Like, they understand, like, this, it's fun. Life is fun. If you want to get offended by something, you know what I mean? That's on you. And that's what I love, that I've built that. So, that's mad.
I haven't seen this bit. You're going to have to tag me in it.
Oh, mate, pigeon war. I don't have any pigeons anymore. Loads of people are always like, you have your core.
Hey, and then I have seagulls in our town. Blackrock would have been like that, was it? Seagulls. Fucking tattoos and that. These fuckers. Do you know when people are in Trafalgar Square and they're running, all the fucking pigeons scatter? Seagulls, they just fucking look at you.
Come on, then.
Come on, then, bro.
Come on,
you want some? You want some? You want some, do you?
Fucking come on, fucking.
They do that in the car. You're in the car, they just fucking look at you. It's a madness. So pigeon, is that the biggest? So that was the thing that changed it. What's your video that's had the most views? Like, what's been your one where you're like, holy shit?
On Instagram, I have one that's on 80 point. I think it's like 85 million on Facebook.
No way.
Yeah, it's one. I've had a few viral ones where on Facebook. Like Facebook is great for getting them viral. Like Instagram kind of stops him at his time. But but now I have there's one where I do a deadlift and then I'm all woozy and that has the most views. It's a weird one. What I've realised is I have so many different people. So like I'll post a video about, because I lived in London for like 10 years. Yeah. So when I was playing football and I made mates with loads of people call them roadmen or whatever. So loads of London lads, that are like
roadmen.
Yeah, that's what they say. So I've been around them and I've watched how they move. So then I do skits on them. Yeah. But the people that love fitness won't understand them.
Shit,
but it's not for. Do you know what I mean? So I'll post content that I love. Yeah. But it's never going to be for everyone. Do you know what I mean? It's always like it's going to be pick here and there. But
dude, one thing I have to talk about is your hashtag game.
It's wonderful.
Mate, what's that like? When did that start?
I'll tell you when it started. Me and a girl called Carla Farley, I'm not even messing, right? Me and a girl called Carla Farley started doing, I think I was 13, and we were like texting each other. Yeah. And we were doing like full line hashtags, like everything in the line. And then Instagram started doing hashtags, and we were like, that's our thing, you know, like messing. Yeah, but it's not our thing because fucking somebody else must have thought about it. But so we were like, that's our thing. And then like when I got on, then there's a page called Hackney's Finest, right? And he was doing it, and I was like, motherfucker, that's mine. That's mine. So, and I'd never done it, and I was like, you know what? You can tell a story through there, like, because that's what me and Carl, we used to tell stories slagging people off, like, in code, but it wasn't in code.
Yeah.
It was with 160. Remember,
That's
there's only 160 you could
That's
only, yeah.
insane.
So then I just started going, look, I'll just tell. You can post a video, but then you can also tell a story
In the hashtags. That's interesting.
Yeah.
You ever thought about writing emails?
I did. I sent you a message, Jesus. It's stressful.
Yeah.
It's stressful.
It's the easiest thing. It's mate. Honestly, what we could do is I could write some emails for you. You could do some hashtags.
Hashtags for you. Yeah, great.
So we got the hashtag game. Let's talk about this thing then, because I didn't even realize this. I remember a few years. What year was that? Take Me Out. What year was this?
Around 5 years. 6
Was
years
it about 5 years?
Yeah.
I remember seeing Take Me Out, and I was like, this guy is black. He's Irish. And he's Irish. And all the fucking girls have left their lights on.
Fucking right it is.
I think I turned it off straight away. I turned it off straight away before my wife seen it. Dude, how did that come up? Was that your management at that?
No, there's a producer, Daniel Booker. He done Love Island and stuff like that.
Okay.
Legend, absolute hero of a guy. And anyway, yeah, he messaged me to do it, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah.
But then he was like, it's great crack, and I tell you, the studio day was great. Like, it was a
Was
great
it?
laugh. Yeah, where you're with Paddy McGuinness.
Yeah,
and
he's
stuff
good
like
crack,
that.
aye.
Yeah. And he was just it was just really good fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, I decided to do it, and they came down and filmed the boys in rugby because I was at rugby playing rugby there.
Mate, you must have got some fucking...
It was good.
Did you get some stick for that?
Yeah, well, the thing is, it's good. It's the laugh in it. All them won't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everyone's stiff.
Yeah.
It's crack. It's
Yeah.
good crack. I don't mind being laughed at.
And I think, mate, yeah, and I think a rugby dressing room has got to be quite fucking ruthless.
It's awful.
Is it?
Yeah, if you have an insecurity, we will find it. Bring it to the top, and we will make you laugh about it until you're okay with it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
And it's wonderful.
Mate, that is, isn't it?
It's brilliant, because you know what happens? People usually have an insecurity. They sit in a change room. Nobody says anything to them. So they have to sit there and they leave.
Yeah.
Let's say you had a big rotten spot on your face,
Yeah.
right? And you came and sat down.
Yeah.
If you had it now, I'd say it to you. Do you know why? I feel it'll just break that little bit of insecurity that and then I'll keep on going at it until you laugh at it. And people might call it bullying. I don't. I call it crack.
Well, do you know, right, Paul? This is a great point, because I do a bit of teaching on this. I hate this word, but authenticity, right? Mm-hmm. And I think people struggle with being authentic because they try and hide those insecurities, they cover them up, and then often online someone will point them out and they lose their shit.
Lose it.
But I think that, and this is why this is called Paul Mort Talk Shit. I'm like, I know that sometimes I talk shit.
Yeah.
Someone's going to see it.
I do talk shit.
You know what I mean? Like, I talk a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's something about, there's nothing that someone can say about me that I haven't already said.
Okay, good.
So do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like,
no,
well,
massively.
bring it on.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you going to say that I haven't already said?
Exactly. It's like Eminem in 8 Mile, that last battle when he drops the whole thing about himself,
Clarence.
and then your man didn't have anything to say then, did he?
Mate, and that's a powerful thing. I've never even known that about rugby and pointing out.
Mate, they'll go. We'll go for your deepest insecurities, and we'll hit it. And the thing is, and now all my friends that I have now, like it's a weird one when people say they cut friends out. I won't say I cut them, but I've just stopped talking to certain.
Yeah, there's a bit of a drift.
Yeah.
You drifted apart a little bit.
Because my mates now, like let's say Darren, I'll abuse him from start to finish. He'll abuse me. That's kind of what we do.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And none of my friends take it to heart. Do you know what I mean? Like if you take it to heart, that means me and you probably couldn't sit down and actually. It's like you said you're going to be with James Haskell, and that's why I love him. Yeah. We just abuse each other, do you know, for the whole time. And he's just a great. So that's where I was like.
Do you know what's interesting? I've been having this conversation. I'd love to see where you're at with this. I've been having this conversation quite a lot about this topic of toxic masculinity. Okay. And this would be an example of what, because I asked the question on all of my socials, like hundreds of responses. Nobody could explain what it was.
What toxic masculinity? I just know it's something that people write when a lad is being laddie.
I'm really struggling to get my head around it, because I'm like, is it, because a lot of people would say that this banter thing is toxic masculinity. Yeah. But I think I don't get it, because I'll be like you, where we are like, have we been exposed to toxic masculinity or not?
Mate, this is where,
do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, as we're talking about, I put on Haskell, I called him Tinkerbell.
Okay.
I went, oh, well done, Tinkerbell, on one of his posts. and somebody wrote underneath it, "Oh, here we go, toxic masculinity." And I was like, "Cause I'm calling him a fairy." I says, "How is me calling some fella a fairy?" I don't know, but this is why I kind of just stay out. You know, like sometimes see what you do with mental health. No, well done, you. Fair play to you.
Yeah.
For me, I've been offered to do stuff on mental health,
Yeah.
and I always go, no, I can't do it because I don't feel like I've earned
You haven't
the right.
experienced that. Yeah.
How the fuck am I going to start? So when anybody ever asks me questions, I'm like, I cannot, and I will never be able to speak. I've had down times, and you know what I mean? But how dare I ever speak?
Well, I mean, this is like me. Well, that's why I wanted to ask you, and I was so interested in the racism thing.
Yeah.
I have never experienced it.
This is it.
I've never even seen it. I've never been involved with it, like in person.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to ask you. So and I love that you'll put your hands up and say I haven't.
No, I say no straight. You can. I mean, management just say no every time.
Yeah.
People are like, "Do you want to go on a?" I'm like, "No, how dare I?
Yeah.
How dare I sit down there when I just smile all day long and think and I've learned about my happiness bubble. Go up there and go, well, I'm great, and you know what I mean."
And I think there is a lot of people jumping on this. Yeah, there is a lot of. I think a lot of people have experienced it, and fair play to them. But I also think there's people who haven't really, but you see a bit of a bandwagon.
I could say I've experienced it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, like how many racial comments have I got in my whole life? And then I could go, you know what? You know, it hurt me. And sometimes I was in a, you know what I mean? It's bollocks.
Yeah.
You know, it's real. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a that's a bandwagon, the body confidence bandwagon that now bleeding girls that I've seen get on stages and, you know what I mean, love them. And I've seen them absolutely now which are trying to be relatable. It's just, do you know what I mean? I don't know.
You know what? That's probably insecurity thing as well. That like I must jump on this or I'll get left behind or something. I'll get left behind. Or it's kind of like, do you know the fear of missing out? I think it's a big fear for a lot of people. Like I'm scared to miss this party. I'm scared to miss.
And they see people winning from it and they're like, okay, I can win as well.
I have a fear of missing out on this bandwagon.
Yeah, massively.
So to speak. Do you know that? It's interesting because I talked to Smith about this. We've had loads of conversations about mental health. And I know we've asked him if he's had any problems with mental health. He's like, no. But he's the same as you, is that you've set up your environment so that you don't.
Yeah, impossible. Do
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, it's hard for you to have mental health challenges because you've set up the whole environment to be positive. You set up the whole environment to, I wouldn't say zero negativity, but you built your following so there's no bullshit coming in.
Yeah,
You've set up, I bet you, if I looked at your Netflix, if I looked at your Netflix account, it'd be loads of funny shit. Your YouTube would be
documentaries on death, and I do like the.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. I do like the killer.
So my wife, this is all she watches, like Making of a Murderer on that.
Yeah.
You watch all that shit?
Yeah, I love it.
Do you?
Yeah, but also now I don't. It's weird. I think for the last 2 months, I get to around 9:30, and if I don't have a series that I'm watching, I'll just go to bed and listen to like How to Make Money. By Grant Cardone.
Jeez, Grant.
Yeah. I just look like how I can get better as a person. Like I have so many, I don't want to start going through them, but I have so many, and I'll just do that for an hour and then I'll go to bed. Because now TV, if I'm not watching Liverpool, they're not hurting my heart.
Yeah.
I just don't watch any TV. Or if there's no series, again, I give myself one episode. Then I create stupidness all day long, and then watch one thing before I go.
And you're laughing at yourself all day long, never mind other people.
Yeah, this is it. So like, if I'm making a video, I have this thing. People are always like, "Oh, you're afraid to what to post." After I finish making it, if I laugh, then I'm like, I'm posting that. I don't like it. It might not. Not everyone's gonna like it, but if I think it's funny, then I'm like, well,
mate, that's like chefs that create meals that they love to eat.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? It's like that works for people. So, where was I? The other thing that I wanted to say that you're probably doing that a lot of men don't do is to stop setting goals for themselves. Like, I think one of the biggest challenges with mental health these days is guys get to a certain age. Maybe they get married, maybe they have kids, maybe they get a job, and then that's kind of, they don't have anything to move towards.
Yeah.
So they're kind of like bikes, they just fucking topple over.
Yeah.
Like, you be working towards some goals right now, right?
Loads of goals.
Have you?
So I've got up to 700 subscribers on YouTube, so I'm going for 10 million.
I saw that this morning.
That's a goal.
Well, funny enough, mate, I decided this quarter that I was going to double down on the podcast again because I hadn't done one this year. And then I thought I'm going to set the goal of 2,000 YouTube subscribers.
Yeah, cool.
And I looked yesterday. There's already 1,940.
There you go.
So I've had to set 10,000 now.
Yeah, it's why 10,000? Why 10,000?
For this quarter. For this quarter.
Okay, right. You're trying to be realistic.
I'm trying to have...
Fuck realistic, guys. I do not have...
Mate, what's really interesting
reach for the stars, you get to the moon, all that shit. You'll get to the moon, I'll be on fucking Mars. I might even make it to Jupiter, you know what I mean? One of them. That's how I not fucking...
Mate, you might.
No.
So let's talk about this then, because I saw that post this morning about how many YouTube subscribers you've... How has that happened? Have you just not had a YouTube channel?
I've never went near YouTube. I've posted like 2 things before in the past on it, but I've never like brought people over there.
Yeah.
But because...
Why is that?
Because I just never... Because Instagram was winning for me all these time, and YouTube never was a thing for me.
Yeah.
But then I've started seeing like my other... Basically what happens is if Mark Zuckerberg goes, you know what, fuck all these Instagram people.
Mate, I get it.
Then it's gone. Then I'm going to be like, oh.
It's like, you know what, mate, it's a great point you make, because if you are in business, you've only got that one platform. You're kind of building your house on someone else's land.
Exactly.
They can take that fucking thing away at any point.
And then what do I have? So what's great is like James Smith and Darren taught me about emails. So but I tried that.
Hey, you're welcome.
Yeah. Thank you, bro. Yeah,
it's
I know.
not for you. Writing's not for you.
I know, but do you know what? It's weird. I don't want to say it's not for me, because that's like giving myself an excuse.
Yes.
But what it is I feel like I can win in more ways that I would feel comfortable in.
Mate, it makes total sense.
Without being rude.
Mate, you bang on, because for me, I actually value... This is why I want to talk all the time. If I can fill my day with talking...
Yeah. Oh, you're with it.
Mate, that's all I do.
Yeah.
All I do on a Monday, we have a team meeting for 2 hours with the guys in the team, and then I do Zoom calls for 7 hours back to back, right?
Fucking hell.
It's hard work, but I love it. Tuesday, all I do is record podcasts and make videos. Wednesday, I take off. Thursday, I might do a little bit of writing. Friday, all I do is Zoom all day.
Big man thing.
Do you know what I mean?
Hey, listen.
Like, I value...
You've got your life the way you want it to be.
Well, I built my business. No one got into business to do shit that they hate.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's what I mean.
Do you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm not replying to loads of emails. I'm not spending loads of time. But an email for me takes 10 minutes. I'm writing a daily email, 10 minutes a day, done. And it's like therapy for me. But if I can build a business around the shit that I value the most and what I'm actually best at, everyone wins.
This is what I'm saying.
That's what you're doing. It just means you don't have writing high on your values list.
Exactly. Right now, I fall asleep. Like, say I'm in here and I see a cup turned over.
Yeah.
And I'll be thinking of how I can make a video on idiots that leave cups. You know what I mean? Like, let's say, like the mass. I've seen people with them inside out, so I could think of a way of making. So when I walk around, all I'm thinking about is videos and how I can make a stupid video. That's all that's going through my head, and that's what I love. So that's what I want to do every day.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
you doing all that editing and that yourself still?
Yeah, I do. I've got one lad to do my YouTubes. God, they're fucking long and hard. So long and hard though.
That's Paul's middle name.
Long and hard came out a bit weird there. I kind of drawed it as well.
YouTube's it. You know the interesting thing?
Sorry.
It was a bit weird. They made a great hashtag though, wasn't it? What's really interesting to me is about YouTube is that
they own the world, Google.
It's like a completely different game. You think it's just, I know what I'll do. I'll take my Facebook videos and I'll just put them on YouTube.
Yeah, no.
Different world.
And I've only learned that. So I've done 2 YouTube videos now. I've done one with my mate Adam Bishop. He was last year's strongest man, Britain's strongest man.
Right.
And then I've done one with Bradley Simmons.
Yeah.
And it's totally different. So you have to just film normal. So it's great.
And without the jump cut.
Yeah. So
thing.
I just get my brother. He films me. And I just go, just keep filming. Yeah. And I'm just going to be normal with my mate. And then I send it to someone else. He cuts it down and puts it up. And I'm like, that's wonderful. Because you can just go and see your mate. Yeah. Like right now, if me and you weren't doing this and me and you were doing a jiu-jitsu session, I go, so today I'm going up and I'm doing jiu-jitsu with Mort. And then I just film.
Also, you're trying to vlog? Are you vlogging then?
But I do that at the start. But then I'll just be normal with you. Yeah. So then I'll just be me and you going to jiu-jitsu. And the thing about it is, because I know my personality. And I know that I'm around people that have energy.
Yes.
That'll make a good video.
Yes.
It's weird. Every day of my life that I'm out, I know would make a great video.
Mate, I get
no,
it.
I don't mean
Mate,
this.
I
I don't
no.
mean this. Look, right. I don't mean this in a rude way,
Yes.
but it's kind of. I can't. I'm not a I don't.
You're
I can't
entertained by your life,
I'm entertained.
which means that other people
entertaining.
might find it entertaining.
Yeah, so it's just like if the Kardashians can fucking film their,
Mate.
if they can film their shit, no.
Mate, you bang on.
Yeah, but
Mate, you bang on. I think this as well. I was talking to so I had some help from a guy called Chris Williamson. You might know who he is. He's got the Modern Wisdom podcast.
He went to Dubai with us, I think.
He did.
Yeah,
he did. Chris was in our office last week helping me out, and he was like, and I was saying to him, do you know what? We could just hire a guy that follows me around with a camera all day.
And just edit that.
Sees with my kids, training, complaining. Just doing, you know, like, because you got to think about that's all YouTubers do, really.
That's all they. It's mate. I've been watching it, and like I have mates that are on YouTube that have like 2 million subscribers and 1 million, and I'm watching it, and I'm like,
this is not that hard.
And I've met them as well.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yes,
like Darren Carton. So I know. I always put it this way: Darren deserves the world.
Yeah.
He will. I don't mean it, but I feel like his energy. Like, I go to fitness events. I've been going to them my whole life.
Yeah.
And everyone's different. As you were saying,
Yeah.
you go there and you're like, oh, so you're...
Yeah.
No energy. You're just boring.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And then I have my crew who are a bit double lively. Do you know what I mean? And then I always just think to myself, oh, it's not that it's unfair, but you just haven't learned about that yet. So now that you know about, like, if Darren had started fucking 10 years ago, he'd probably be on. Do you know what I mean?
No doubt about it.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
So
you just like being in his company, right?
yeah, that's what I mean. It's just energy, aura, that's it. So it's just stuff like that. So yeah, just because I know, like, you're just energy, what you give out, you get back, and what I've seen, and the people that I know that I can do.
And you know, YouTube's it's a funny thing. I think the hard part of that is always going to be the fucking editing and putting it all together.
Horrible.
Like the filming for me and you.
Yeah. That's it.
It's easy, innit?
Yeah, that's why
you're just talking and being yourself. Put that camera on me and we'll just have a conversation.
Yeah, that's it. Just film away.
But that editing part,
horrible.
Yeah.
The thing is, when I edit for Instagram, I love it though, because I like getting like the music right to the beat, and I like putting transitions in.
Yeah.
But the YouTube one, I'm like, nah, give it to someone else.
Yeah. In that Instagram thing's quite fast in that, innit?
Yeah, Instagram, boom. Yeah. You need to keep people's attention.
Yeah.
So you need
Short
to make
videos.
Sure 3 seconds, something's happened, change the scene 3 seconds, and then like when I'm doing stuff for, let's say, the big brands, Amazon and stuff like that, then you can kind of let it be a little bit more creative.
But you know you're getting paid for that as well, right?
Yeah.
You know you're getting paid, whereas with YouTube, that's like, probably feels like making a documentary.
Yeah. Question for you. So with YouTube, you don't get paid at the start, do you? Well, you do when you start monetizing.
You get. And this is a random email I got. When you get 1,000 subscribers, you get an email saying you can now run ads on your thing. Yeah.
Well, you know me and ads. I do around 50 on Instagram a week. I'll be doing 2 million ads there within 2 minutes.
Mate,
you'll watch 2 seconds of my video and ad will pop up.
Mate, yeah. One at the start. No, actually, some of them where there's 2 ads before the fucking.
I've seen that. Yeah.
It's mad.
Oh, he's not in this. He's not happy. He's not happy.
Well, mate, funny enough.
Well, get ready for mine, pal. 7 ads.
Mate, are you going to use any of your old videos on YouTube then? Like, you're going to take some of them old ones?
I've realised, I think what I've realised with YouTube, it's a bit, it's not like cinema. I just feel like I just have to do stuff. Yeah. Do stuff with people. Yeah. So like, let's say yourself. What do you do? What do you like to do? Yeah. So what Paul Mort likes Jiu-Jitsu. Darren likes Jiu-Jitsu. So one video I'm probably going to do soon is me and Darren going to roll. Yeah. Just do Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah,
and he's
in his new gym.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That happened because James Smith beat him up.
Well, I'm going to ask him.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to ask him. I did hear that he got fucking butchered, but yeah, he got turned into a pretzel.
Really, I think they're taking his blue belt off. Send him back down to 3 strike white.
They're sending him down to the 3 stripes. I love it. Well, funny enough, mate, talking about YouTube, last week I interviewed a friend of mine, Tony Jeffries. He lives over in LA. He's from Sunderland. Yeah. Ex-Olympic boxer and that. And he was saying he's got 2 boxing gyms in LA. One of them, the rent, this blew my mind, is 25 grand a month. And he hasn't paid it for 10 months. So we're having this conversation with him. So he's turned to YouTube. And he's done, and he said this live in the video, he said he's made 20 grand in 3 months on YouTube.
This is it.
But he's on 250,000 subscribers.
Now, this is where I come in. So.
You love following him. You love following him because I said to him, he's just talking about boxing. He's a boxer. So all he does is, here's 3 ways to improve your jab. And his videos are so short. And all he does is film. You should hook up with him.
Oh, mate.
Yeah. He trains Robbie Williams and shit as well.
This is where they come in. I'd say that.
This is where I give you the connect.
Ah, here.
Mate, this is a question that I love asking people. Who's the most famous person in your phone book?
In what way?
Like, who's the most famous person in your contact list? Who would you say?
Ballotelli.
Is he? That's mad.
Yeah.
That's mad.
Yeah.
Ballotelli.
Yeah.
Gee, what's he like?
Legend.
Is he?
Yeah, I love him to bits. Like I used to body doubling with him.
Yeah.
I think it was the first. It was when he started playing for Liverpool. So I was with him when he was at Man City. But then when he started playing for Liverpool, you knew I was a Liverpool fan.
Yeah.
He went, here, after this, you come to my house, and then from
there
just and then he wasn't. I think there was one time I was in Las Vegas. This is the best story ever. I was in Las Vegas, and he knew that I was in Vegas, and we had a shoot with Puma.
Yeah.
Puma couldn't use me because I'm in Vegas as the double, and he knew that, so he didn't turn up to the shoot.
No way.
I'm talking about there's like 200 people outside.
If Paul's not doing it, I'm not doing it.
No, yeah, he didn't. He just didn't turn up, and then they had to redo the shoot.
Oh shit!
For when I was there.
Wow, he's made you fucking indispensable.
Mate, I was like, yeah, what's
I love it.
Mate,
you know, it's surprising now about Ballotelli because he gets a bad ref.
Come here and I'll tell you something else, right? So, his wages, half of them go out to the favelas in Brazil and kids in Africa.
Fucking
straight
hell.
away. You be with him, he fucking pay for everyone's petrol. You know, and he won't get out of the car, but he'll get somebody else. And so you're do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He'll pay for everyone's food in the whole restaurant.
Yeah.
People don't understand and see. I've been with like Uber, and they're just not. People don't understand what a legend he is. Do you know what I mean? So it's just a bit different.
Mate, it's funny about footballers, you know, because you know this, and I've known a few footballers, and when they get fucking shit online, like you're overpaid and that, I'm like, well, who should get the money then? And if it's that easy, why the fuck aren't you doing it?
Do you know what the worst part is though? People that say this fella's overpaid and they think money is running out. I feel like there's a problem with people in this world where they think it's going. People print money. Everyone can, well, not everyone can, but if you put your mind to it, you can be rich. But they'll see somebody getting 500 grand a year and they'll be like, oh my God, what a scumbag getting. But they can get 500 grand a year as well.
They would take it if they got offered it as well.
And it's not like that money is going, it's like, not like, that's that money, but there's still another 500 grand over here for you to get. But I feel like people always just think, because
they think there's not enough.
Yeah, they think there's not enough. You're taking it out of their pocket.
Yeah.
You're not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They'll fucking print the fucking shit next year. Do you know what I mean? It's so...
Mate, and that's it. Do you know that's a great belief to have around money? Because I'm the same. I'm like, listen, if you want to make more money, be more valuable.
Exactly.
Like money's just it's an exchange of perceived value.
Oh my God.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh.
Like if you bring value to the world, you get paid.
Yeah, massively. And I feel like the people just need to break out of that.
It's an entitlement. It's a big entitlement mentality. You think everyone knows them a fucking living.
Yeah, it's so annoying. But so when I like see people like that are doing really well, in Ireland it's terrible. We begrudgers. Ireland's very bad for begrudging people. So like, you know, somebody's doing well and I used to, you keyed your car, or do you know what I mean? Because you'd be like, look at this fucker.
Oh, people talking shit about you.
Yeah. But then when I moved to London, I was like, people aren't angry at him. People want to be. People want that. And I was like, Jesus, this is a different frame of mind. When I moved to London from Ireland, I was like, fuck. So people aren't jealous of him. They're like, oh,
how can I do that?
Yeah, how can
Not
I
why
do
has
that?
he got that?
Yeah,
and I haven't. It's how can I?
Brilliant, like it's just different energies. Different energies.
It's an interesting thing because you think about this. You are now getting paid for entertaining people.
Yeah,
it's a mad thing, isn't it?
I'm getting paid for dressing in a wig in my backyard. And do you know what the thing is? I'd be doing this normally. You know when people say you do it for free?
Yeah,
it's kind of what I'd be doing anyway.
Yeah,
you know. So now that brands go, this is the best bit. Now when I do ads, brands will go, okay, Paul, can you give us 5 ideas and we'll pick... You know what I mean?
It's mad that, isn't it?
Lovely, so I can make my own video. You don't...
Are you almost like, how the fuck has this happened?
Yeah. Well...
there must be a part of you that's like, this is mad.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a little bit weird, but because I was doing stuff for TV and stuff before, I was like... But it's a bit weird. It's a bit like the thing that I'm doing tomorrow. I don't think I can say.
Yeah.
You know? But anyway, yeah, for the like, somebody's gonna pay me to go and train.
Yeah.
Do you know? It's just.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And look, long may Instagram. Oh, Zuckerberg. Huh?
And man,
never cancel it.
These opportunities just they're not just falling onto your lap. Like, you're working.
Yeah.
People just see the video that you put up, but they don't know how long's.
Yeah, the 2 hours of it.
Like, I can't imagine. Or how many takes you've had to do with fucking Darren or Big Ali.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, that's a lot of work, isn't it?
Yeah. Because Big Ali's a shit actor, you know what I mean? I've got to get him to do it around 20 times, man. It's a nightmare.
But man, it is right. Like, people are like, "Oh, Paul, bring your podcast back." I'm like, I don't think you understand how much work it takes. I've got to travel to fucking London. I've got to drag Mac along. He's got to stay over. I've got to stay away from my family. I'm like, I don't think people understand how it's not.
Yeah. It's not as easy.
It's not as easy as we'll make it look. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm with you there. Look.
I love it, mate. So how did the thing with because I know you've been working with Grenade recently, right?
Yeah.
Was that just another? Are people literally just watching your videos and hitting you up? Is that?
Yeah, so I sponsored by Maxi Muscle first, and I think so somebody at Grenade was like, I think this year, like all the nutrition brands always send you a message and give you offers.
Yeah.
When Grenade came, it was like,
we buzzing.
Oh my, do you know? Because they're me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They are.
They're not corporate.
They're not. They're brilliant. And the best thing about Grenade is they give you ideas.
Yeah.
So usually when I was I'd have to make up Grenade and go, okay, here's an idea, Paul. And I'm like, that's fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
You know, they have creatives that work for them, that have to think. No brand does that. You know, they think outside. They're just brilliant. And they have a fucking orange tank. And they let you drive around in an orange tank.
And that is mad.
Oh, mate.
What was that like, mental?
Going through London and the tank. It was just great crack, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, what a day.
Well, mate, I'm the other day, probably 2 weeks ago, I'm scrolling through Sky, on the Sky Q, and then I see this thing where I'm like, hang on a second. There's this fucking thing on, I know all 4 of the people on it. Nina's like, Dad, is that your mate? And it was you, Haskell, Ollie, and fucking Jay.
Oh, Giacomo.
I watched it. I was like, what the fuck is this thing? I knew all 4 people.
Yeah.
Me daughter was like, Dad, is that your mate? I'm like, that's my mate. It's mad.
Yeah, man, Giacomo, that was great. That was a good crack.
One of the funniest parts of that was you coming down the side of the mountain. Height's not your thing.
I don't like doing it, and that's not like, out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
I told you, me bubble of happiness, man. That's outside that bubble.
So you had the height thing, and you had that where did you walk through like some fucking little mine or something?
Through mines and all.
Were you with Ollie?
Yeah.
Ollie's cool though.
He's great and all. He's just like, come on, let's go. And I shit myself. I was like, Ollie, man, I'm not made for all this. Yeah. And the thing about people think, like, because I'm muscly, people are always like, oh, you should be all right for this.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not. That's not how. We're not built for that. I tell you, I went to Mount Everest to do a job with James and Whiskey. Yeah. To drink in the most remote bar in the world, which is in Namche Bazaar at Mount Everest. So we fly to the Himalayas and all, and we get over there, and I think we get like 3,500 meters off the floor, and I can't breathe now, because I'm gasping for air, my muscles are all tightening up, and some granny walks past me and goes,
really?
Get up, muscly man. I'm like, I'm dying on the floor. She just walks straight by. Yeah, because it's different though, isn't it? Like energy systems and all. You're not meant to have a lot of muscle when you're going hiking. Let me tell you that. Yeah. But I learned the hard way.
You see that in fights and that all the time. The big guys gas.
Because you have to oxygenate your muscles. That's what you take a deep breath. If me and you take the deep breath now, both of us will take in as much oxygen as each other. How much muscle do you have to oxygenate for you to move? That's what I'm trying to say. And then I'll have to oxygenate 107 kilo. Yeah. So then it's useless. Like your muscle is useless. The only thing muscle is good for is fucking getting a few girls when you're ugly. That's what I did. I said to myself, Paul, you're not getting enough women. I said,
get that muscle on. Yeah. All right, so we're talking about lockdown, and we're talking about how you hated it, how you couldn't get your workouts in. I'm sure I saw you doing tricep dips off your settee. I'm sure I saw him doing a hit workout when he's sitting.
Never.
But also during lockdown, you got COVID pretty bad, right? And you kept this quiet.
Yeah, until I got
until there was a
NHS.
vaccine or something, and you were like, people,
Yeah, no,
this is no joke.
Yeah, so when asshole wanker influencers are going to Dubai, oh my God, it's disgraceful. Anyway, I might have been one of them. Anyway, yeah, so I went to Dubai in November, and what's it called again? I came back from Dubai, and one of the lads that I was with got a test, and he said that he had corona. And I got my test, and I had it. So then I was like, okay, grand. It's just going to be a flu. And I remember
you weren't ill when you.
No,
when they told you had it, you weren't ill.
Yeah,
you were just like,
I was like, and I went and got checked, and I said, okay, Paul, you have corona.
Yeah.
And then I think 2 weeks before that, my manager sent me a message saying the NHS would like you to do something about vaccinations, getting the vaccine. Would you do a post for them? NHS don't pay. I was like, what? Fuck that. I'm only messing. But remember what I said to you about me staying out of anything that's not in my happiness bubble?
Yes.
I was like, look, I don't want to get involved.
I don't want to get involved with this whole thing.
In this fucking, because it's just stressful. But now, like, when I see people say COVID is fake, it makes me angry. Yeah. So that's when I get offended and I want to jump in, but I just leave it. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so around 5 days, I've had a really bad flu before. So I was like, look, that's the worst. I'll be fucked. I won't be able to move. Yeah. So around the 5th day, I couldn't make it to the sitting room. So, so like I could only make it to out my room.
Is that me or you?
Is that me?
It's me. It's me. Sorry, man.
Fucking, is this your first podcast?
Jim.
Hey, man, get rid of him.
It's a fucking
fucking rid of him.
Schoolboy. It's a schoolboy error.
Jesus.
Fucking J-Mo.
Fuck off, Jake.
I want to do a Giacomo ad.
Don't do any abseiling anyway.
So you got...
Yeah, so I got it. So on the 5th day, I was like, oh, I can't move.
Yeah.
I couldn't walk from my room to the sitting room. So I was like, okay, this is like my bad flu that I had. Then on the 6th day, I started collapsing and I couldn't make it out of my bedroom. And my little brother was in the house and he had to go. I remember I'd never ask anybody for anything, but I asked my mate Josh Shepherd to like bring some Lucasades and Benylin and all to me door and just leave it at me door so my brother could like get out. Like I'm talking about 5 meters. I'm talking about here to there's my front door. Yeah. Now, like 5 meters, but I knew I couldn't make it.
Yeah.
So then I was like, okay, just do that. And what I mean about can't make it is I couldn't breathe if I stood up. So then my brother saw me collapse and I had like, take my strong hand. I said, like, it was weird, man. I remember just looking at myself in the mirror and laughing because if I didn't laugh, I'd probably cry. Yeah. And I was just like real, like an old man. And my brother rang me ma and told me ma that I was fucked. And my ma rang an ambulance to come to the house. Now, I have so much pride. The ambulance, so they must have got my number out of me ma. And your man goes, okay, Paul, we'll be there in 5 minutes. I was like... Don't come near my fucking house, and I don't want all my neighbours to see me getting carted off into a fucking ambulance. That's, you know what I mean? I have pride, like. Yeah. I was like, I'd go out on your shield, like, Anyway, right, so I was like, don't come near this fucking house. No, hung up the phone. Then the next day, this was when it was fucked. I was lying on my back. If I turned onto my side, I'd start going, I started getting tics.
Really?
Yeah. So, like Tourette's. I had Tourette's for like 7, I think they're called tics. I just kept on going when I couldn't, and then I'd have to lie down back on my back. So if I turned onto my side, I'd start getting them. So I couldn't do anything. The only way I could breathe was lying on my back.
Holy shit!
Yeah. So then I was like, fuck that, I'm ringing the ambulance man. I'm sorry. But anyway,
blacklisted you.
Yeah,
blacklisted.
Yeah. But I have to say, I rang 999. She stayed on the phone with me, and there was someone in my bedroom in 4 minutes.
Fucking hell.
Fucking amazing.
Yeah.
So
that's incredible.
When people were clapping for the NHS at the start, I was like, look at all these dickheads. Yeah. But here, look at... And after that, I was like, whoa. And anyway, came into my room, and she checked my oxygen. So right now, like... If we were moving around, like let's say you get up and you're walking around, your oxygen level's probably at 95%. Yeah. You know what I mean? My oxygen level was at like 67% when I was trying to get up and stuff. So that was too low. And she was like, mate, you're fucked. Yeah. And it was just kept on dropping and dropping and dropping. Yeah. So she's like, let me get you out here now. And I just remember thinking, like, I thought I was going to die then.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did really?
I thought I was going to die in my bed, yeah. Because basically what kept on happening, I couldn't move that way. Like, even if I tried to do that, that's like, I'd be out of breath. Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah.
It was weird. So I was like, fucking hell.
Isn't there a higher likelihood of black people dying from COVID?
I
or
think
something?
they say.
I think there is.
Yeah,
I think it's like double or something.
I didn't get it. I still don't.
You didn't want to read it.
I just thought, fucking, this is a cold.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, so they carted me off 3 o'clock, so all my neighbours fucking see it.
Shit, did they?
I should have went at 8 o'clock the night before.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
I was like, oh, fucking hell. Fuck me.
Should have been pretending you were making an Instagram video with your blonde
Just
wig on.
Yeah.
I've got the blonde wig on.
Yeah. I could have fucking went in incognito, beard, blonde wig. They wouldn't have known who it was.
Nah, there's Paul making another skit.
Oh, God. But yeah, so they carted me off into the back and then they started filling me full of drugs to keep me alive. That first day, I fucking hooked up with all sorts of stuff and they were just filling me stuff and checking me and they thought I had kidney problems and stuff like that. And and I was pissing blood. Fucking mad. Like, I was pissing blood. So then after it, they put me up on the ward where people die.
Right.
Yeah. So there's like wards.
Critical care unit or something.
Yeah. So I was up there and first night, I could feel myself getting better. I was like, oh, thank God. I was still fucked. I still couldn't stand up and all, but still had tics. And I was asking them, how come I have this Tourette's? They're like, people have it. But then, so I'm sitting in a ward here and there's 12 people. The fella beside me, 55 years of age, Max, right? Mm-hmm. He was on the phone. He's on FaceTime with his daughters. Mm-hmm. He died a day later. So 2 people in my ward died in the 12 days that I was there. I'm in the critical care. So, you know what I mean? This is where I have. But then that's when I was like, fucking hell, this is real. And then I'm watching these nurses that are going around. I couldn't shower. 3 days in, I was botchy.
Yeah.
And I went to and I was like, I couldn't move. I was like, sorry, pal. Would you give us a shower? A geezer had to shower, like fucking wipe me down. I was like, here, get under that. The bollocks as well.
Was he on a baby wipe?
No, the little sponge and all on the bed.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm thinking to myself, these fucking nurses are fucking amazing.
Yeah.
So anyway, after 6 days, I watched these nurses do fucking everything for me to make me feel happy. I watched them do it for the whole ward. I'm thinking to myself, these lads, and I think I got to day 5 and my oxygen was at 89%, so then I could go to the toilet. Yeah. I was delighted I could go to the toilet. So they'd give me a cannula, is it? Yeah. And I'd have an oxygen thing and I'd be able to walk around. And I went I had a shower on my own. I felt like top of the world. Darren was crying out the whole time, making to see if I was okay. What a geezer.
What a tough guy.
He brought me clothes. He brought me clothes on the second day. Yeah. Like change of clothes, all that shit. Yeah. My ex-girlfriend brought me a heater because it was cold. Now, do you know when you just see the love from your... See, because of Darren, I'll die for Darren. Because you could just see, like, he was on it, you know, he was there for... I'm not on it for anyone, I'm not going to lie. I worry about myself, but it was nice that they were there for me. I'll think about doing the same if it was there. But, so on the 6th day, I got out, and I just remember I just sent a message to my manager. Yeah. That COVID vaccine, I says... I'll definitely do that. Yeah. And then that's when I posted it and there was people are like, the vaccine, don't take the vaccine. And I'm like, you know what, you don't have to. I understand people feel they're forced in. Yes. I feel like this world thinks they're forced into stuff and they call people like me a sheep. Yeah. Because
I get the same. I get asked every day. I'm like, I've had it. Yeah. I just didn't feel the need to take a photo of myself.
Yeah, exactly. Or like, let's say you get in a tube now and people don't want to wear the mask. Oh, I don't want to wear a mask. Yeah. I wore the mask. I got here. You don't wear the mask, you don't get in the tube. Like, it's like just wear the fucking mask. Yeah. What is the problem? Yeah. Nobody's taking your rights to life. People think you're fucking in Guantanamo Bay. No, you live in fucking London. Yeah. You're having one of the best lives. Yeah. I just, like, some people just baffle me in life. So, so after that...
They've got too many fucks to give, haven't they? I think that's the problem. They've got nothing else to give a fuck about, so they just give a fuck about... They give a fuck about what other people do because they haven't got enough shit going on themselves.
That's what I say when I get trolled. Now. I'm like, you have nothing... I feel sorry for trolls.
Mate, have you seen this tattle thing yet?
Tattle.
Bro, have you seen that yet?
No.
Tattle.
Oh no.
The forum thing.
No.
Oh, bro, don't look. You'll definitely be on it.
Yeah.
So bro.
Is it people saying bad stuff?
I'll get told off for telling you about this because Darren got in trouble about it from Luke. So I'm looking for an article that I'd wrote about 5 years ago on the internet, and this thing comes up. What do we all think of Paul Mort? And it's this old school forum where people are just chatting shit. I hate his accent. I hate how when he's doing a video he sniffs. I hate it when I see him go like it was just people just talking shit, and then I'm like, wow, mate.
You know what?
And I'm like, do you know what? I'm not even angry with these people because I'm like, imagine
your life,
how shit your life must be. You've got to set up a forum.
I know.
Do you know what I mean?
And to talk about someone.
It was like an MSN chat room.
But you know what? You know what that is? It's because you're winning. I always say this, right? See Kanye West, right?
Yeah.
He has won so much in life that people talk about him every day.
Yeah.
Because you cannot win without people hating on you. Think about Elon Musk. He's won, people are hating on him. No. Fucking Jeff Bezos won. Oh, he's fucking, you know what I mean?
Greedy.
Yeah, he's greedy.
Yeah.
Because there's no more money left for us.
Mate, a pair of Kanye's trainers, I just saw this on the way in here, sold for 1.8 million this morning. A pair of his trainers. I think it's the OG Yeezys or something. 1.8 million in Sotheby's. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Isn't that mad?
This is what I mean, but yeah, it's just fucking this life, eh?
Just pretend I didn't tell you about that, folks. Mate, I
swear. No. The thing is, I don't mind. No. I've from football for years. Yeah. I remember I used to go on. Now I know there's shit.
Yeah.
There's definitely shit, but I feel like if you're getting shit, that means you're doing something right.
Mate, an old coach of mine said you can't have praise without criticism.
Oh yeah, just take it.
Like equal amounts.
Yeah,
I love it.
No, yeah. Well, this is what I mean. Like, if I get paid to fucking wear wigs out my back garden. People have to do 9 to 5s.
Mate, I feel like I've been in your back garden.
Yeah.
I've never been in your back garden, but I feel like
everybody that comes into my house now are like, oh,
this is it.
This is it.
I love it. Well, Mr. Paul Olima, it's been a fucking pleasure having you on, mate. Thank you so much.
Mate, Paulie, always a pleasure.
Thank you.